joining us today. Can you begin by telling us your name and your child's name and age?
Hi, I'm Melibeth Bison from Philippines, Cebu. My son's name is Ashan Bryce Dizan, and he's going 12 this year.
What were some of the first warning signs you remember identifying?
Mostly around the age of 3 months, he couldn't roll over, and then sometimes at the age of 5 months, he couldn't hold his head firmly, and then he makes like strong movements, like strong and cross-eyed. So we kind of noticed that one, and somebody told us to go to a neuro. Maybe he's having seizures.
What was the moment when you realized something could be wrong and you had to take action?
Those things are repetitive. Like he kind of do it a daily basis, like the strong and then the cross-eyed thing. And then we're kind of worried because he can't really hold his head, and we keep on tossing him every hour when he sleeps because he can't really toss. So when we went to the doctor, she mentioned that he has epilepsy. So we were really worried. So he was diagnosed with that, and then so we had no choice but to take the medication that was provided by the doctor.
How long was he taking the medication for?
We started 5 months, and then we kind of do doctor shopping as well in the Philippines because we weren't really we were so afraid. So three pediatricians and then different kinds of pedias as well. And then they say the same thing, so epilepsy. So we started at the 5 months, and then every month till the 11th month, we were in the hospital for 2 weeks every month because he was diagnosed with epilepsy and then pneumonia, with flu. So it was hard for him. And then one family told us that we really need to go to the Hong Kong because I don't think he's really epileptic, because taking those 5 medicines is literally like sleeping all day, eating 3 hours every meal.
How frustrating was it while you went through the process of different medication and diagnoses with little answers?
It was really hard because he sleeps all day, and of course he wanted to eat. He was really fat. I mean, he loves to eat, literally he loves to eat, and he drinks milk a lot. But because of the medicine that we have to put B6 on the milk, he doesn't drink the milk anymore because he vomits. And then breakfast is 3 hours, and then he sleeps, and then lunch is 3 hours again and sleeps. And then 5 medicines, and he doesn't really like it. So he pukes all the time. And then, which resulted in the teeth, the teeth was kind of destroyed because of the vomiting. We couldn't brush it properly. And it was hard for us, and it was depressing as well because it was our first child, and he's a firstborn son actually, and he's a dragon. To us in Philippines, dragon means a lot to us, and because my husband is also a dragon.
How long was the journey you took from first symptoms and finding your way to correct specialists and correct diagnosis?
Pretty much around 6 months, because when we went to Hong Kong with Dr. Fong in Sandy Bay, he immediately said stop all the epilepsy medications. He tapered it down and eventually told us it's AADC. So we were shocked again because it's really rare, and now we had to take the Parkinson's medication, and then it was kind of hard too because it's an adult medication, and we won't know the side effects when he grows. So we're still hoping for another, which he mentioned, like the gene therapy. Like it's still on clinical trial, but we're still hoping that time during the 11th month, it will be there for him.
How did you feel once you received a correct diagnosis, not knowing that treatment option would be even available?
We were kind of relieved actually when we know that it's not epilepsy, because we know epilepsy is like life-threatening. But when I actually reviewed the ADC as well, they have like until 7 years old for life expectancy. And I was also like searching also for the gene therapy thing, and I keep suggesting my husband that once we have the gene therapy, we found it in a certain country, we really have to do it, even though like it's still not approved yet, FDA approved. But I cannot join with other groups, and every year there's really a child that died due to ADC. So whether or not we got that gene therapy thing. I really would like to have that one. It was a life-saving thing to us.
And how did you hear about gene therapy?
Through our doctor in Hong Kong, he told us about that one. So I started reading through those articles, and then I also saw Dr. Paul Ho's interviews on Facebook, and I also joined the Lisa Flynn's International AADC Forum in Facebook. It was really helpful because it was also an exchange of ideas with other parents all over the globe, which is really good because it was supporting as well. And at least I wasn't alone in the world. We weren't alone in the world. Although in the Philippines, we were the only one diagnosed, I can say. But it was also helpful to us. And when on the third year in Hong Kong, the doctor told us that he met Dr. Paul, and Ashton is actually allowed to join the clinical test. We were so happy. I told my husband, we really have to go. But it was also a gamble because it was hard for us in Taiwan because the language barrier, and of course the fatality was there. So, but I said we have to go, and it was also a risk because the doctor in Hong Kong said you have to know that there's also a risk on that one. I go, no problem, doctor, we'll be there.
Can you describe your clinical trial experience?
It was a 12-hour surgery. Actually, we were very, very scared. We couldn't sleep the night before, and then when it started, we just wanted to be with Ashton all the time. And then Ariel, Miss Cynthia said, you have to go home, you have to rest because it's a 12 hours, you need rest because once Ashton will be out, you have the full care already and it will be hard for us already. So, but when we went home, we were like stuttered, we don't know what to do. We were just in the room, we couldn't sleep, but we tried our best to sleep so that once Ashton's out in the surgery, we have full strength and we are there for him. It ended around almost 7:30, like almost 12 hours really, and then he was sleeping and he was smiling. Yeah.
What changes? What did you notice the change for?
The mood actually and the irritability decreased. He was sleeping longer. And then after, I think 2 weeks, he can actually sit down already. So we were really, really happy. Although the movements was really, really strong. But the doctor said it was already the side effects. It was the starting, so we were okay. And he was also eating fast and chewing too. The meal time decreased drastically from 3 hours to like an hour and a half, eventually to 1 hour. So we were really, really happy. Even the people in the house that we stayed in, Royal McDonald's, they say, wow, you're eating so fast already. So they usually see us 5 a.m. for breakfast and ends at 8 a.m. So right now we can finish like 7 or 6:30. So they were really happy with it.
And what is he able to do now?
After like, I think 7 to 8 years of surgery, he can now walk. He can also run. But of course, we kind of hold him because he runs really fast, and he started to speak some words like "dada" or "yaya." Just this week, he was able to say "sisa," and then "va va va," the V words, and then he can actually do some commands like "go get your bib," "go get your toy," "pack away your things," "take off your clothes." He can do that as well. So, and we can really say that gene therapy really helped him a lot and makes him really very happy boy as well.
What would be one piece of advice you could share based on your experience to the families or to the doctors?
For me, never lose hope. I mean, it's really hard having a special kid and people looking at you and noticing you, like staring at you. Just be strong, and I think we were also praying as well. I mean, I'm dual Buddhism and Catholic, but we kind of told ourselves that be strong, and you have your husband with you. You can always do it together. We always keep on telling that one.
Thank you.
Thank you.